is caliber .50. Magnus, 9mm. Pablo was sitting right there.
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning. So it's another day in Medellin, and today we've got a super exciting tour, which is
The Pablo Escobar tour. So we're heading to the Pablo Escobar Museum,
really looking forward
which
to
I think is his Pablo
Nephew's.
Escobar's nephew's house. That's where it is.
I didn't realise. Wow.
Yeah, so we might sometimes you get to meet him as well. So we'll go to the museum, have a tour there, and then we're gonna get driven around places to see to do with Pablo Escobar. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, that's what we want to do it from the day one in Medellin, so we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Learning
exactly.
the history.
Some people don't like the idea of the Pablo Escobar tours. I think the locals don't like it, so
So it's not well advertised actually.
it's not well advertised. But yeah, I don't think they like all the tourism around it because obviously everything that happened. But we'll
But it's
see how
history.
yeah, exactly. So it's a 3-hour tour. So we're going to walk there now, about half an hour from Poblado, where we are. We're in El Poblado,
Yeah.
so it's only about half an hour walk. So we're going to head there now. Thank you very much. So, secret passage.
Well, guys, this is the way my father used to go inside the house. That's why this used to be a safety room, because Pablo has rooms like that. The walls are bulletproof. Either gonna come over shooting, nothing's gonna happen to Pablo, or he then had to escape. This is the way. He used to crawl to the little door, and across is an entrance for the tunnel. The tunnel used to go down here like 200 feet away down there, but on Pablo and come ready for escape.
Oh yeah, the tunnel keeps going. Yeah.
Are they still like
There you can see the entrance, but the tunnel is closed.
Yeah.
It was so old, was collapsing. So the people over can bury you there forever. He was so smart, so intelligent. Always 3-4 steps ahead.
So the nephew doesn't live here. He lives
Yeah,
somewhere.
he was, sometimes he come here, stay over here.
Okay.
Go to the left, sweetie, to the left.
To the left.
I want you to sit down a couple minutes, I want to share, because I gotta tell you about Pablo's family here in Medellin, Colombia.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something, guys. In this family tree, and not everywhere around the museum, we're not gonna see nothing to do with Pablo's wife and children, no pictures, no nothing. Because there's a couple of reasons. When Pablo was on the run, after he escaped from his own prison, because some events happens up there, I'll let you know later on what happened up there and how why Pablo beat that prison.
Yeah.
His family was in jeopardy. CIA, FBI. And the other side, a group so-called themselves the Pepes, because the Pepes in Spanish means chasing for Pablo Escobar, Pepes. And the Pepes were the Castaño Brothers paramilitaries. That was a group pretty similar to the guerrillas.
Okay. Yeah.
And the Cali cartel, the second biggest cartel after Pablos. And the police, they were the Pepes.
Yeah.
But the Pepes were doing the dirty job for the whole group. So the strategy to fight Pablo was kill Pablo family members and workers.
Kill them.
See, so that reduced Pablo's power. Shrinking Pablo's power like that. So they were looking for his family, the Pepes.
Yeah.
So that's why Pablo has to send his family out of the country. On the way to Germany, the DEA found out about that and made them send them back, deported, get back to the country.
Wow.
So Pablo still with the same problem. Until finally making an agreement with the government here and got his family and the protection program out to Buenos Aires, Argentina, with different identities. They changed their names. Well, they still living till today in Argentina. Never came back to the country. And also they don't get in contact with the family here in Medellin. And also on top of that, they have issues. The family here in Medellin, Pablo family here in Medellin, don't want nothing to do with them. Stay
Really?
out of here because, like I said, they have some kind of dark side when they were here.
Yeah.
So they don't want nothing to do with them here.
Yeah.
For that reason, we're not gonna see pictures or nothing about them.
Okay.
Here, okay? Pablo's parents, Pablo's dad, Pablo Escobar, he was a farmer because Pablo came from the countryside people, poor family.
Yeah.
Pablo's dad used to have hariches. 2001, he had a heart attack and died.
Oh.
2001. But going back to 1984, Pablo has already a lot of enemies over here. Pablo's dad was kidnapped, and Pablo had no idea. What is he fired? Who has he fired? Nothing. The kidnapper doesn't call Pablo and deal with his freedom or something. Nothing. So Pablo desperately thinking what to do to find out why he fired. Come out with a real clever idea. Because Pablo was so smart, so intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a genius. Because the father used to have issues, Pablo made a fake name for medicine for the heart. A fake name. Medicine for the heart.
Medicine for the heart.
Went to the radio station here in Medellin and to the microphone. Pablo said, listen, kidnappers, I'm Pablo Escobar Museum. I let you know guys, my father has problems, he has issues. I need this special medicine. Guys, come on. Give it to my dad that medicine and we can deal.
Yeah.
And Pablo come out from the radio station. On every pharmacy all over the city, Pablo plays his guys. To watch, waiting for the kidnappers come out and ask for it. They shut up. They buy the beat. Those guys will follow to the hideout, play the fire, kidnap, rescue the fire, and kill the kidnappers.
Wow.
Clever, huh?
Clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, clever. Yeah, that was Pablo.
Good idea.
And you're gonna hear what else a lot of things he used to do. That
Yeah.
times.
This is Pablo's car, Mercedes-Benz, and
AK-47.
he was attacked in this car,
Shotgun.
but he made it bulletproof.
Shotgun too. This is caliber .50. Magnus, 9mm. Pablo was sitting right there. His bodyguard and his driver. 1982. Happened to him. But from this, nobody can fight Pablo no more. Always 3-4 steps ahead.
Yeah.
That's an airplane.
Oh, yeah.
This and that.
That was his private jet.
Because Pablo has already too many, a lot of kinds of aircraft. DC-3s, Commanders, bike. Pablo's first airplane. When he started, the first steps in the business, in early 70s, smuggling from Bahamas to Miami. In Miami, when Pablo met the cocaine queen, Griselda Blanco, the Black Widow. And she teaches Pablo everything about the business and eventually the student with the teacher. Pablo becomes to be the biggest ever, more intelligent. So Pablo set up this airplane to carry money.
Okay.
And he was the accountant of the cartel, the one who with Pablo, invented and optimized the way for counting the money. If you see this close, you just see a cabinet,
Yeah.
or a set, or a table. But the thing is that he slide it and you see the room inside for the money.
And that was everything. Everything.
Everything was
Yeah.
for business. It's on every side, but back.
Yeah. Okay.
And what's the details?
Yeah.
The people is digging from garbage to get some recyclable material for selling, but living around garbage as well. And
Yeah.
I'm saying that is impossible, living worst and most indignant of this way. He started buying 1,000 houses on there for free and on his own. After he finished them building, then he started calling each families to live there for free, to build soccer fields as the way to get the youngs out of the coca consumption.
Kasha next to her buddy. Can I lock Kasha in? There you go. Kasha's locked in with Pablo.
Wait and get ready to see an approach.
I don't think you can see on the camera.
This is that.
And because he so this building was the only place he considered as home.
In it so far, Kasha?
Very interesting.
We've been in the museum an hour and a half already. Yeah, telling us loads of stuff about him, about what he did. Huh? So interesting. It's just the car's really cool. So now we're going to hit the road and we're going to drive around spots to do with Pablo. His old house, well, it's demolished now, his grave.
You see the hole there, where it's like the big candles?
Yeah.
Those were the place to hidden, put the weapons.
That's where they put the weapons. Pablo and the hitmen used to come to pray before they did big jobs.
And it symbolizes a line of coke in black.
A line of
Even
coke.
it's white, because the government consider coca has been the guilty one for darkest period of history in Colombia, who caused that many deaths. That is why you need this way, little tiny holes.
This is the site of the Monaco building where Pablo used to live. They demolished it as they don't want any like history or remembrance of
You'll see.
Pablo.
Like I told you, this was the place where the building started, crossing the real estate laterally. And that's the white car part was right the place where Cali cartel put that car bomb. And there, you will read here a phrase from a judge of Supreme Court that, as you may remember, Pablo put that bomb, saying, "We are what we leave to the others."
And there's all the holes. All the holes of people who died from the drug cartels.
So many.
So many dogs as well. Doggy daycare. Hello. Hey. Yeah. It's like a bomb-proof, everything-proof building where he lived. But yeah, the government tore it down because they don't want any like.
And then they've done the memorial.
They've done the memorial for the people who died, not for Pablo.
For the bad people who died too.
Yeah. Stash house. So why didn't they destroy this like they destroyed that building? Why didn't
Because
they
they
destroy?
were not that famous. No one knew those were Pablos.
Oh, okay.
They knew it so much after.
Yeah. So they were just stash
And
house.
this is the Chamber of Commerce building. Forever there.
Oh.
He was there.
That's where so the nephew was captured and tortured. Right. So that's where
You see?
his brother died in a car crash. Oh, okay. So it was much deeper.
Yeah, so much deeper.
Yeah.
The bigger rocks are just because the body are lying here.
Okay.
But the smaller one are just the bones.
Oh, okay.
This is of course Pablo, the one that you saw there at the museum. And this is for his younger brother, Luis Fernando, the one who died in the car accident.
Okay.
This is for what they all consider a nanny.
Nanny.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was mom.
We're okay to stand on. Yeah.
She died, as I told you, 2006 for a diabetes crisis. And up on hers, it's two sisters of her side. This is the one who betrayed Pablo.
Oh.
And they still buried him here?
Yeah, because he died minutes before Pablo, but the family knew about what he did.
Yeah.
Too many years after.
Okay.
So he still is buried there because now are required several conditions, even family authorization of his side, and they never gave it.
To
And
take
this
body out. Yeah.
was a brother of his father, and this is of course his father, who died on 2001, but for a head attack.
Oh yeah, it's Pablo's grave. Okay. Pablo Escobar's grave. His family, his mother, father. Some people have lit candles recently.
Yeah, maybe family member?
Second most visited grave in the world.
Crazy.
Behind Princess Diana,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
We've got a private bus for
We've
just
got
two
a
of
private
us.
bus, I know.
Like a whole bus.
Yeah, we ordered like the group tour, but nobody else is on the group. So we got a private tour pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Quite cool.
I think they do that actually. They do like private tours.
Yeah.
Great like price. We paid 150 each.
150,000,
Really
yeah. For what it is, I mean, it's been how long now? I don't know what the time is, but
I can't believe he shot himself.
3 hours already.
Yeah, I can't believe
He shot himself. He
with a
committed
gold-
suicide. Gold gun. Yeah.
We need to like
I thought he
research
was
that a
killed.
little bit. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We need to
But
like
yeah.
look it up.
But he killed himself.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yeah. And the grave is quite not that busy as well.
No,
So
like-
if you did come here, it'd be
Yeah.
quite quiet.
Yeah.
So we just got back from our tour. It's really cool. They dropped us off just outside the hotel, which is really nice.
Great, yes. They ask. We didn't have to ask. They just ask whether we want to be dropped off, which is great. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because it was the two of us on the bus that they did that, but
But it was a great tour. I think it's really worth it. A few informations which we got apparently are direct from the family.
yeah.
Like the mother being attacked by was it paramilitaries or gorillas?
Gorillas.
Gorillas.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the fact that next to the government building there's two of
Abandoned
Pablo's
houses.
old stash houses
Yeah, it's crazy.
just sitting there, and apparently not a lot of the locals actually know that they're not owned by, well, they were owned by Pablo Escobar, which is quite
Yeah.
cool. So in some ways they did tell us a lot about him, about what he did and the people that did like him.
We didn't hear anything bad about, like, they didn't tell us anything
They-
about the like killings and stuff.
No, they
like
didn't
that.
go into much detail about the negative things, which
Yeah,
is a
more-
bit strange.
More positive, which they were saying like how he was building houses for the poor and like drilled down church and tried
Yeah.
to open schools and all stuff. So it's a little bit strange how
Yeah.
all good stuff we were finding out.
About how smart he was and how he's a bit of a genius and how he did stuff and how he was always thinking
that
ahead
he
of people.
always had a few steps ahead people.
Yeah.
Yes.
They didn't really say too much. I mean, they briefly mentioned about killing all these police officers and stuff.
And the tour actually made him look like a good guy. Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did.
So they didn't really go into detail about all the bad stuff, which was a little bit strange. But I guess the tour is owned by
His family. So.
yeah, his nephew.
And they did tell us that if you belong to the family, other people don't like you.
Yeah, so he's got sisters and brothers still living in Medellin and around Medellin, like in Guatapé. He's got a brother living. Apparently, he's saying that, you know, once they realise you're part of that Escobar family, they don't really want anything to do with you, which is a bit sad for them. Still
Yeah.
living now, yeah. So-
But then they did say, like, if Pablo wanted something from you, it was like, here is the money, you either take the money or take a bullet.
yeah, that's how it was done.
Yeah. So.
But they also said how his life must have been very lonely and miserable.
Yeah, because he couldn't spend.
He
any
had
time
all his
with
money,
family.
yeah. He had all this money in the world, but he couldn't go down to the coffee shop, have a nice coffee with the money, or do this, or be with his family on special occasions. So it seems like he was quite
Lonely and
a
sad.
lonely, sad life.
And he couldn't
yeah.
trust anyone.
Yeah. So that's not really a great life to live, even
And
if you have
then-
all the money in the world.
And the nephew who owns the museum is the son of Pablo's brother, who was in prison for 14 years, and he was the accountant.
The accountant for the Medellin cartel.
So yeah, he's the son of the accountant.
Yeah, and that guy
It's
is
like, wow.
the only surviving member of the Medellin cartel, apparently, who still lives around here somewhere.
So
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it was
so
good. We really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. It didn't show you where Pablo killed himself.
Yeah, that's
but-
downtown Medellin.
But oh well, you can't have everything. The museum was really good, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So worth it, I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that's the end of this vlog, Pablo 1.
And
the next
we're
one will
moving
be
into
Hardin tomorrow.
Although we pronounce the Jardin, but
yeah.
it's actually Hardin.
So that's the next one. So that's the end of this one.
Bye.
Bye.